Hi, I'm SimmerRue, and welcome to my channel. So in today's video, we are here once again with the Horse Ranch pack. I am building a house that is very much inspired by the Courage the Cowardly Dog home. I was obsessed as a child, and this house turned out so great. It's not necessarily in the middle of nowhere, even though I feel like this part of the map in this world is pretty much nowhere. So with that being said, let's jump into this video. Now, this house is very square. Back in the day, a lot of people just bought their homes like pre-built. So square houses was very common back in the West. And as I was building this house, I started to realize that it is very familiar towards the Courage the Cowardly Dog house. And with that then in mind, I decided to kind of decorate the inside very much inspired by the Courage House. So you will see that we have a lot of the color schemes. I tried to keep the color schemes, like with the kitchen, with the living areas, with the bedrooms, with the dining area, with like the bathroom. We keep the idea of it, but it isn't a proper rebuild of the house. Of course, we cannot have all of the weird shapes that the home originally has. It's very wonky, and The Sims just doesn't allow that. So yeah, we just get the general gist of the place. I imagine that this is like an alternate universe, and I quite like that. I've got a hair in my eye, and I never noticed it until like now, and now my eyes like watering, and it's very frustrating. It's been happening a lot lately. It's very irritating. I don't know why. But anyway, so yeah, so we go ahead. I am still kind of deciding how I want certain things to be placed, what color schemes I go for. You will see that it changes a lot. I take away all of the very dark accents like the door, the window frames. I make everything a lot lighter, and then it just blends in perfectly. I do the color change kind of off camera, so you will just see all of a sudden that it's a lot lighter. And I'm quite fine with that. We needed this little back door. I didn't want to put like a proper patio situation, so we just use a staircase. If you just place staircases, it does give you like kind of a landing, and I quite like that. I like the wood texture that we have. This eyelash is going to drive me crazy. I wonder if I should just like pause and remove it. But yeah, so go ahead. I just place windows where I think windows are appropriate. It's also only the front of the house that's pretty much the Courage House. The rest is, yeah, you have to take creative liberties sometimes. I am very much that person. I get very inspired by the outside of homes, or like just the inside, like a dining room or a kitchen or even just a bedroom. And then I just want to build it. But it doesn't necessarily mean that I want to do an exact replica or copy of said thing. It's sometimes just fun to go in and just be inspired by. And that is exactly what this house is. But of course, we had to go with the two iconic seats, the rocking chair and the like red lazy boy, I guess you can call it. I am not sure. But yeah, so we do have that. It's just too iconic. And then of course, I try to keep everything like kind of where it is. Like we have a TV that's on the side, but we do add a lot of more decoration. The Courage the Cowardly Dog house is very bland. It's like super empty, but that is a cartoon thing. I mean, you do not constantly want to go ahead and draw all the clutter, especially back then. I'm not even sure how they did Courage. I think it might have been in the beginning of like computer generated things where they like use computer animations, but I could be wrong as well. I haven't watched it in years. I was a child, so I really actually cannot remember. I just know that it traumatized me. It was very traumatizing, and I was obsessed. Courage the Cowardly Dog is the reason why I love horror films. It's just, yeah, it's amazing. It was such a good show. And I found this grandfather clock. I've never seen it before this build, and I am just like using it in everything. It's so beautiful. It comes with the vampire pack. I've never really been a grandfather clock kind of person, so it's not like I go ahead in my builds and, you know, seek out a grandfather clock. But yeah, it's very beautiful and it actually matched this place perfectly. Now we go in with some green counters, which is the color that the counters are. Actually, it is green. But I just built when I built this, the house that I built before this was my very first ranch. If you haven't seen that, I will link it up here. It's absolutely beautiful. It's very much Red Dead Redemption inspired, as is most of my builds that I have built in with this pack. But that aside, I used green counters there. So I just don't want to. So we go in with the white, we go in with the green with the upper cabinets. Of course, all of our like appliances are green. I wanted to go with this checkered wall. It did seem it was the closest of what I could get with what the courage wall is, but I do change it. I make it yellow and it looks so much better. It is not the color scheme, but it works. It works and it looks really cool. So here we also have our dining area. We have one extra chair that I just kind of put on the side. It's more for like aesthetic reasons, but of course, if you place it on the end of the table, your Sims will be able to use it, but it's a bit cramped, and I don't think your Sims will be able to like walk past it. But that dining room is super cute. There you can see that I made the kitchen yellow. It's so adorable. Now we go upstairs. This is the main bedroom. What I knew of what I wanted was a fireplace. I knew I wanted a fireplace. This place just I just wanted to be cozy, even though it's like up in the desert. The desert sometimes gets really, really, really cold. I cannot speak for the American deserts, but I can definitely speak for them here. It's super hot during the day, but it is sometimes like freezing temperatures at night. It's one of those things. I think it's because it's like open space. Yeah, most likely. Now, here we just placed this beautiful dresser. I do go in with like this TV. This is my favorite little TV for bedrooms. Even with like rich families, I tend to give the children like this TV. It's just so cute. I don't know why. It reminds me a lot of the television that my sister and I had as children. It was like this small black and white TV that had like this weird aerial thing. And I mean, I'm not that old. so so yeah, it was just fun. We had normal TVs, obviously, in my house. As I said, I'm not that old. But it was just, I don't know, it's just like this cute little memory. My sister and I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. Eventually, we just stopped using it, obviously, because we grew up and it just wasn't that fun anymore. But yeah, I'm point being, I like those little TVs. I think they are cute for bedrooms and it's absolutely just adorable. I feel like this person will knit as well, that live here. I think the grandma knits. I honestly cannot remember. I really should rewatch Courage. I love like cartoons, so I do think it is something that I would enjoy. I'm just so scared of like tarnishing childhood memories, especially something like Courage, which was so big in my childhood that yeah, I'm just too scared that it might be not a disappointment because I have heard a lot of people who have rewatched it, but just, yeah, not according to my expectations of what I remember. Now, this is a child's room. This room doesn't exist in the Courage house. I just really wanted a child. I You could say that this is Courage's room, the dog, and it's just very spoiled. But yeah, I don't know. I love building children's bedrooms, so I just went ahead and I made this child's room. As I was doing this, I did think to myself, maybe I should make this like a proper like dog's bedroom. And I was very close to doing it, so close to doing it, but no, child's bedrooms like one. Yeah, there's just something. It's just so fun. I mean, you can place all the toys. You have the shelves. There's just so many cute things that we can do. We have this little light with all of the pictures that's hanging to. Oh, that's like hanging on it. It's very adorable. We do go in, as you can see, and just place everything at the right height of what we wanted. We go in with some alt placements. It just makes everything just seem and feel a little bit more cohesive, and it just looks so great. All of the colors that we use there blends in perfectly. This child is obviously an overachiever, and then we just give them the tragic clown because children are tragic in the end of the day, and it's what they deserve. So yeah, there's a tragic clown. You can remove it if you want to. Not that I feel like there's any need for me to even post builds on the gallery anymore. The gallery is so bad. It's so bad. Things like rarely get any downloads. It's disgusting. It's since I don't know, they updated it to be better, but they really didn't. They really didn't. They made it so much worse. Yeah, that is a video for its, like, for its own. Like, oh my god, no. It's just absolutely, absolutely terrible. Now, I have been watching A Good Luck Charlie recently, and I am so surprised. I honestly didn't realize back then how, like, very much how some of the jokes are very like rude and misogynistic and kind of homophobic and things like that. And I really don't remember it. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. And it can sometimes just be like very much blown over your face. And I've noticed that a lot with like Disney shows that I grew up watching. And then I just think to myself, it's. Ooh. Wow, how did I watch this? Well, not that obviously it was like a completely different time. Using that is not an excuse though. Like, I hate it when people say that, but unfortunately it is true. And yeah, I don't know. It's just some questionable things sometimes where you honestly, you just cringe. Now, I do change this barn because it's very basic. It's literally just like pillars and a roof over the pillars. And I didn't like it. Now I couldn't place my roof, so I had to like do this thing which just made everything so much worse. I should have just placed it without actually like placing a ceiling part. It would have been so much easier. I should have just pulled it into the second story and just pulled it through. Things would have been, yeah, because I didn't get the beautiful shape that I wanted. As you can see, I'm trying to get that pretty shape with the spandrels that I had in the beginning, but it just, it's not really there. Uh, it's like a struggle, you know? It's a struggle. So, yeah, we do change it. I just place some walls. Not a lot of walls, but I do place some just to make it feel a little cuter, but I will show that to you once we go into the place. And then, of course, we needed an outside woodworking table. We just needed things for the Sims to do. And then I just added some random pieces of like wood scraps, which I thought was really cute. We have a chicken coop because why not? I don't cover this chicken coop up, so the chickens are going to be everywhere. It might be problematic, but that's fine. The chickens will be fine. Also, we have this beautiful outside like area where the child has a like dollhouse. We have this pool. From what I know, because I haven't played with it yet, but from what I've read in the description, I feel like everybody can use that pool, like even adults or like just children, and it's not just for toddlers. But I am not sure. And I know I could also probably just quickly do a Google search, but no, I don't want to. And also, I'm going to like start actually got a series coming where I play each expansion pack because I've noticed that there's a lot of things that I haven't played with, and I need to just see for myself. I'm a builder. I'm not really a Sims 4 player, but we are reaching the end of the build, so let's quickly jump in and I can just show you around. So here we are back in the game, and first off, let me just show you what I did with the barn. So at first glance, it does look very similar, but I did give us like some barn doors. I covered up some parts, like kind of the back, but we do have a big window. And then this side panel here as well. So it is kind of similar to what it was. It's semi-open, semi-closed. Might still be a little bit weird, but I really like it. I think it looks quite cool. And also now your horse can like be closed, even though there's no animation for it in the game, so it's still open. That's why I said it's still very, very, very reminiscent to what it was. Now this is the house from the front. I will just quickly give us a tour around it. I never use these things, and I think I should start using them more. This one is a little bit scaled down, and it looks really cute. Now going inside, this is our upstairs floor plan. We have a little ensuite bathroom with a shower. Here we just have our main bathroom. We have this child's bedroom, the main bedroom, the piano room, well, the piano and the hallway. And then going downstairs, this is our main living space, our dining area, and then, of course, just our kitchen. I really need to remember to place these things. I need to have a checklist, and it needs to be mailbox, trash can, because I forget those things all the time. Where am I going to even place you? It's just for now, I'll put you there. At least you're not on the inside of the house. Grid off, and just look how cute this is. The original staircase is green, so I did keep that green as well. And then the kitchen, which even with the yellow walls, it still looks really cute. I actually think it looks a lot better with the yellow walls. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that notification button so that you don't miss out on any of my uploads. And then I hope to see you all again tomorrow. Bye bye.